What is up, guys? It's your boy Brandon Groce, self-taught designer. So today I really just want to talk about something real quick, and it's about being consistent. As a designer, we do our tasks, we do whatever we need to do to get what we need done. But something that I've really found as a designer that works really well, I'm very intrigued by systems. And as designers, we build systems. I build websites, which is a system that has all these other actions that lead to a specific point within a website that is a conversion of a sale, a specific action, etc. I'm building a system that has many points within it that gets to a specific result that I'm trying to build up to. I'm a system, and my system works in habits, and how a human mind, body, etc. builds habits is over time. It has a way of building systems where the mind no longer has to consciously figure out what it's supposed to do. Once it has a specific task locked down long enough, and you have the consistent reaction, or you're doing something, you have the consistent reaction whenever that scenario happens, that is your learned reaction to whatever stimulus you're experiencing. Your reaction is a learned, habited response. So whenever, I tend to call myself lazy, but I like to use systems where I train myself to stick with one specific thing the same amount of time and effort I put into it daily, whether that's 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever I put in my notebook to put into that habit, so that by training that over the next 2 weeks, my body will get used to doing that specific behavior. So therefore, my mind will start to internalize it, and therefore my mind will no longer have to consciously decide what to do. It will be autonomous. So what I really like is, whenever I'm learning something or I'm trying to pick up a new skill, I make sure I do the same amount of work of that particular task, skill, whatever, for 2 weeks at the same time, in the same way. Of course, if it is the best way possible. If I'm learning it, obviously I may not be doing the right things all the time, but it's the building up of those habits. So I like to think of this as beating the drum at the same pace. Just boom, 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 hitting that same drum at the same speed, at the same pace every day. And over time, I'll be consistent and have that habit. And my body will have this as, bring this into its system, so it no longer has to think about it. And I really like, as a designer, thinking about websites, systems, and how I myself am a system, how I can use the natural ability of my human system to basically learn quicker, learn faster, stay consistent, and use my system to its advantage. Because once I practice something enough, it will be autonomous. And once I practice enough to get that skill, that behavior that I want autonomous, that's what I'm looking for. So this is just a real quick video. I thought this was interesting. We all work with websites and UI and all that behavior, but I feel very interested in my personal website, my own system, and what I have in here, and how my mind works, how my body works, and how we are able to learn so quickly, to adapt and be able to get habits and be autonomous within our own selves, and teach our minds and bodies to be autonomous. So with that, guys, this is just my little spiel and thought that I think on the daily, just just thinking about consistency and how that is a huge part of the human system. Being consistent grows specific behaviors, or behaviors that you don't want. It's just, you have good behaviors based on habit, and you have bad behaviors based on habit, but you can also control the habits that you want to grow. Let me know in the comments if you thought this was interesting. I'm gonna try a couple other, my arm is dying. I don't have my tripod, but anyway. I thought this would be an interesting topic, see what you guys' thoughts on this. So let me know in the comments what you think about this, and I will see you guys tomorrow.